Today on Just Go, exchanging prisoners for performers, some amazing and healthy food. Geoff enjoys the far north, and some surprising Just Go hot spots. Now, some places you go to absolutely surprise you. This place, chock is full of rich gold mining history. Some of it is evident right here on the surface. But behind these big, huge, beautiful buildings lies a few hidden gems, I reckon. I'm on the hunt for some nuggets in Bendigo, a central Victorian city that owes its impressive heritage to the gold rush of the mid-1800s. You can experience what the miners went through by touring the Central Deborah gold mine, but I'm staying above ground to see what I can discover. Now, some of these trams have had a bit of a makeover. I kind of feel like I'm leaving old Bendigo behind. The vintage trams are a hallmark of the city's streets, and a ride on one is a must. But recently, local designers have modernised a couple of the fleet. Now, Margot, this is a very impressive tram interior.
Well, we like to think so, Rhys.
My travelling companion is local legend Margot Spalding of furniture and design company Jimmy Possum.
Somebody just suggested that we might like to do a tram because Jimmy Possum's, you know, an icon of Bendigo nationally. We love doing it. We wanted to do it in a contemporary feel and something that really fitted in with Jimmy Possum, but fitted in with transport as well. So it's actual fabrics from the London Underground. Yeah. It suited our colours.
The hop-on, hop-off service is a great way to see the sights, and a ticket will last you 2 days. That was a bit of fun. Don't forget, if you got one of these CIL Travel Saver cards, you get a discount. Now, talk about embracing heritage, but adding a contemporary twist. Now, check out this place. This brand new theatre is bound to attract a captive audience. After all, it's set in the historic Old Sandhurst Jail. Now, David, walking through this space, you can't help but acknowledge this place's history.
Yeah, look, an old jail that was really used from the 1860s right through to 2004 when it was closed down.
The theatre holds all types of productions, from ballet to musicals, comedy and local events. Nobody is more proud of the space than manager David Lloyd. It's a phenomenal contemporary space.
It is. Bendigo does that well. We celebrate our history and culture, but we can also contemporise it.
And called Alumbra, is that right?
Alumbra, yeah, which is a Judjawurrung word meaning gather together, which for a 1,000-seat venue in a community like this, gathering together is its most important role.
And if you're into the arts, don't miss the Bendigo Art Gallery. It's the largest in regional Australia. There's no doubt this city has a fresh modern edge, with laneways reminiscent of Melbourne and a dining scene that's taken off. I'll tell you what, it doesn't look like food, it looks like a work of art.
Presentation is really important. You do eat with your eyes before you taste, so it's very important for everything to look beautiful as well as taste really good.
Well, if my eyes are an indication, it looks delicious. Sonia Anthony owns the impressive Masons of Bendigo, which also happens to be a stop on the local food fossicking tour.
Food Fossickers is a food trade network within central Victoria, so our ideal is to really promote our local produce. So what we've come up with is an awesome food tour. So you get to meet the owners, you get to meet the people who have created their business.
This is one of our signature loaves.
You learn about what they love. It's a real one-on-one. You get some samples to taste when you're in each venue. And then you get something to take home to share with everybody.
Better not forget my little gift. I'm off the road. These delicious tours run every Saturday, but make sure you book your spot. I tell you what, for a town traditionally known for its gold rush days, I think it could quite soon be known for its amazing food.
Thank you. Hope so.
Did you want any or?
No? It's okay. You can finish it off.
Sorry about that. There's so much to see, do and eat here, you're bound to want to spend a couple of nights. A great base is the Big Four Morong Holiday Park. Just 10 minutes from the centre of town, with a variety of cabins, plenty of facilities and a relaxing country vibe. So, to sum up Bendigo, amazing food, cool cafes, laneways, a town entrenched in history but embracing a contemporary edge. You've got to come here. And if you're heading to Bendigo, make sure you take your CIL Travel Saver card with you for fantastic discounts, like 10% off tickets to the Talking Tram, plus super savings on the Central Deborah Gold Mine and Bendigo Pottery. As well as discounts on tourist attractions, your free CIL Travel Saver card provides thousands of offers and savings around Australia on tours, accommodation, restaurants, theme parks, adventure sports, and much more when you insure with CIL Insurance, Australia's leading specialist caravan and RV insurer.
When Just Go returns, putting a healthy spin on a traditional pasta dish. It actually does look like spaghetti Alfredo, doesn't it? When I'm at home, I absolutely love cooking with healthy, fresh ingredients. But when I'm out, it's not always so easy to eat well. But if you do a little digging, you'll find some hidden gems that are as health conscious as we'd all like to be.
Hi, Lee. You ready to order?
Yes, please. I'll have the Stop 80 and a soy latte, please.
Cool, no problem, won't be long.
Thank you. Crew Cafe in the Melbourne suburb of Kew prides itself on using fresh local ingredients.
Oh, can I help you?
Is that my Stop 80?
Yes, it is. Did you order it?
Yes, I did.
Where are you sitting?
Just here will do.
Sure, here you go.
Oh,
Enjoy that.
Been checking out all of your fresh produce.
Oh, fantastic. Well, you've come to the right place at Crew. Yeah, we certainly have a lot.
Head chef Justin Cordolino says knowing where all his ingredients come from is crucial to serving good food.
This is pretty much our star attraction here is a little Stop 80 bun, the lovely little brioche buns from Noisette.
Now, I hear your olive oil is just a little bit special as well.
Yeah, homemade, yeah, it's definitely family made. Yeah, that's from my folks up at Echuca. Gabez Olive Grove is what it's called.
All this talk of food is making me so hungry. I've got to try this.
Oh, you've got to try it, absolutely.
Oh, God.
It's fantastic. It's fresh.
That crispy bacon and that tomato relish really adds a punch, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, we all know it's not good for you to eat and run, but I have a feeling my next stop is worth it. Not too far away is the increasingly trendy suburb of Northcote and another lifestyle-friendly eatery. Yoko, that cheesecake looks delicious.
Thank you. It has no cheese in it.
Seriously? Oh, I've got to try it. Yoko Inoue creates beautiful dishes from an unusual combination of ingredients.
Here you go, Lee.
That is delicious. If it's not cheese, what is it?
It's made with raw cashews.
Raw? Where do you keep coming up with all these wonderful ideas?
I used to eat like mainstream food when I was growing up, so when I feel like having pasta, then I'll just look for alternatives.
What are we making?
So we'll be making zucchini spaghetti today.
Okay.
So we'll be spiralizing the zucchinis and we'll be making a cashew Alfredo sauce to go with it.
Okay. Look at that. It actually does look like spaghetti Alfredo,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Okay, so we're going to put some goji berries.
And what's that?
So we made a Parmesan cheese, but no dairy. So we
What?
used nuts and seeds, garlic and salt to imitate that flavour.
More nuts, okay.
There you go.
How beautiful that is, and we didn't do any cooking. That is so delicious. I can't believe how creamy it is.
Now, and it only takes 10 minutes to make things like this. So easy.
Yoko, I'm loving this. Now, if I finish all of my lunch, can I have another piece of cake, please?
Of course, you can have as many as you like.
sun-drenched Port Douglas enjoys a year-round, warm, tropical climate. And that means whatever the weather, you can jump right on in. The reef brings over 2 million visitors to the region each year. Now, visitors can choose to spend an entire day exploring the reef or jump aboard a 2-hour cruise to the Low Isles for a quick but enjoyable Great Barrier Reef experience. Steve Sherwell from Reef Sprinter says getting there is half the fun.
I think one of the biggest reasons a lot of people come with us is just the lack of seasickness. Because we can get you to the reef within 15 minutes, no one ever gets seasick. We try and make the boat ride just as much fun as the snorkelling, so it's a good combination of the two.
The boat can travel at up to 40 knots. Now that's around 70 k's an hour, which makes for one very lively ride. So, girls, what do you think of the boat ride?
Yeah, it was really fun. It was a bit scary, but fun.
Do it again?
Yeah.
And while there's no denying the boat ride's fun, I'm here for one thing. Yep, snorkelling. You know, the Great Barrier Reef is the only living thing that can be seen from outer space. How about that? I've worked up an appetite, so back on dry land, I can't wait to visit one of the town's most popular restaurants. The cuisine at Watergate is modern Australian, and owner Ricardo has picked a few favourites from the menu. What have we got here?
Mate, that's a bit of Tablelands pork belly. Pig raised up just up the road in Atherton. Local raised farm pig. Beautiful pork belly, mate, with a little dragon fruit coulis. Quite an unusual tropical fruit.
And you?
This is red snapper. He would have been swimming on the reef today. Unfortunately, he's taken the bait and bobbed your ankle, so to speak.
And what sort of people do you get?
We had Donald Sutherland in here. Came in, they were shooting a film up here. And he came in one day in the middle of summer in his suit.
No.
Drinking tea. God bless him.
That must make you feel good, because they'd obviously check it out before they just walk in the door. They'd obviously say what's good.
Kate Hudson came in here every other night, so she was a repeat offender.
And I can tell you, if it's good enough for Kate Hudson, it's good enough for me. In fact, just in case I bump into a celeb, it might be an idea to learn how to make their favourite drinks.
All right, Boston shaker.
It looks like a glass to me, but I'll live with Boston shaker, that's all right.
You put limes, 4 to 6 limes, 2 teaspoons of caster sugar.
1, 2, yeah.
Beautiful. And grab your muddler.
Muddler?
Yeah. Come on, Coxie.
I don't want to break the glass.
We'll get mint.
Mint?
Yep. Clap it together, get all the oils out of it. Beautiful. Chuck them in. Now I want rum.
Now what else?
Ice.
Ice, that it?
To the top. I might give you a bit of a hand with this one. Make a seal over the top of it.
Give it a bit of a shake, cocktail style, of course, and then all that's left to do is drink. Have a bit of a go at that.
It's about as perfect as they come.
Watergate offers indoor and outdoor dining all year round. Now, if you time it right, you may be lucky enough to catch the annual Port Douglas Carnival. Every year there's a different theme, like the 70s. Hey, Vanessa, how clever are you, Miss Carnival, eh? Congratulations.
Thank you.
The Port Douglas Carnival is one of the far north's biggest and best attended festival events. It's a great night out and well worth putting in the diary for next year. If you get the chance, just go.
Coming up on Just Go, stunning views.
That just about covers it.
And grassless golf. Just some of the gems on this week's Hotspot.
Now it's time for our Just Go hotspots. A quick look at some great places around Australia you might want to add to your travel bucket list. If you're heading to Tassie, Hobart is a great spot to relax and soak up our colourful colonial past. You can take guided walking tours of the island capital, or you might prefer to wander around the magnificent streetscape at your own pace. Either is a great way to appreciate the dozens of National Trust listed buildings sprinkled throughout the CBD. Amid all the history, there's plenty of cool cafes and modern eateries to tempt the taste buds when you decide to take a break. It's delicious. But without a doubt, the best way to take in all of this gorgeous city is from the breathtaking heights of nearby Mount Wellington. Yep, think that just about covers it.
It's definitely off the beaten track, but if you like things that are a little bit left of field, the South Australian outback town of Cooper Pedy is definitely a hotspot in more ways than one. The opal capital of the world is proud of its quirky nature, which attracts thousands of fortune seekers hoping to find the perfect gem. And a holiday pretty much unlike anywhere else on Earth, or below it for that matter. Famous for scorching heat that's forced the locals to build their homes underground, visitors can also stay beneath the Earth's surface at one of several subterranean accommodation spots. There are also some underground churches that welcome visitors and worshippers looking to escape a climate that's as hot as, well, you know, that place that's a little bit further down. Speaking of religions, keen golfers don't need to worry about replacing divots at the local golf course. There isn't a blade of grass anywhere, and due to searing daytime temperatures, most of the games are played at night with balls that glow in the dark. I told you it was different.
Western Australia's Margaret River region is famous for beautiful wines and big waves. But away from the surf, the area's unofficial capital, Busselton, is a gorgeous town with amazing natural assets. Its sunsets have been voted the best in Australia thanks to the stunning setting of Geograph Bay. There are man-made marvels too. The foreshore boasts the longest wooden jetty in the Southern Hemisphere, stretching almost 2 k's out to sea. The pier is a tourist mecca, but if you don't fancy walking the whole way, a miniature train leaves every hour for a 45-minute round trip. That means you still have energy left to hop on a Segway for some more sightseeing when you get back. And don't miss what's beneath the sea. Busselton's underwater observatory takes you 8 metres down to the ocean floor into an aquatic wonderland. Entries available as part of a guided tour, and the ticket includes a complimentary train ride.
We all know Sydney is one of the world's great cities, but a quick trip south of the New South Wales capital, there are some fantastic things to see and do. The Grand Pacific Drive is one of the country's great coastal journeys, providing spectacular scenery with the majestic Sea Cliff Bridge a definite highlight. By the way, you can walk or cycle across the bridge as well as drive. 1.5 hours south of Sydney, the Illawarra Fly treetop walk perches you 50 metres above the forest floor and offers an unrivalled view over the local landscape. Or for a total adrenaline hit, zoom through the trees along Australia's highest zip line. Speaking of adrenaline, about 20 minutes away, the Jamboree Action Park is the biggest theme park in New South Wales. And let me tell you, there's no shortage of thrills and spills for young and old.
Well, that's it for now, but if you'd like more info about the great places featured on today's show, go to our website justgotv.com.au. And remember, if you want to experience what this amazing country has to offer, it's simple. Just go.